Alright, so this morning we're going to go back to ColecoVision. I have two systems now. One's apart here. Two keyboards, and then the printer, which is over there, is what runs the power to these. There's no on-off switch on here. The on-off switch is on the printer. So, I haven't tested any of these. I'm not expecting either one of them to work, but if they do, that'd be awesome. But we're also going to upgrade. So normally, try to get one of, if I can get a second one, it makes life a lot easier. And the reason why I got the second one is this is a really cool like cassette module. It came from this one. So we don't know about either one of these yet, but what we're gonna do is find out. So we'll start with this one. So you have to, so this uses Texas Instrument compact, no, Commodore 64. And now there's another one too that uses the same pinout for the this pinout right here. You can do it three ways. You can do it the original way, which is one of those two wires that go to the really old TVs. And then the second is a switch box, RF box, which I have one. And the third is going to this, which brings me to audio video. Texas Instrument, that's the other one. TI, Texas Instrument. This one, Commodore 64. They all have the same pinout. So I was told I need to plug this in. I gotta get the audio video. So there's three. So this is the inside of a ColecoVision. It's a piggyback. This is the Coleco system itself. So you can play Coleco games. And then the computer's down here. There's three expansion ports. I believe port 3 is for more RAM. These are the bays. Every other is for the cassette. Of course, I took this cassette out. They're all just using one cassette, but you can put two in. So the one underneath here is still complete. You complete me under here. So we're going to make that into a duo cassette. Why not, right? But I don't know anything about this. So you say you have to plug that in. And this is a power adapter. So there's no on-off switch for the Coleco, only for the printer. So the printer turns on. So this powers through the printer. There is a separate module for just power. We're gonna look for one of those at some point. So that's plugged to there. He said don't leave any games in, which I don't have any in. So let's just see what happens. Nothing happens, as expected. Printer power. I believe this is the same cable. I could be wrong about the cable, so that's going to be unknown. I'll have to check on the cable yet. Let's try the other one, see if it does anything. So let's swap then. So right now this is, I'm not sure. Yeah. There's not any lights on it or anything. There's no LED lights or anything. I don't see any. So right now, so far this one, which I wanted the cassette. So far I'm not seeing anything, but I'm not positive yet. Make sure I got this set up correctly. I'm pretty sure I do. My power cables. Same deal. You have to make sure it's off. I'm gonna upgrade that in a little bit. So let's go. So this one's complete. This one came with everything, and then I have 2 keyboards. The second one that's apart came with a keyboard and a thing, and that was it. But you need the printer. So let's try this one. Let's see what happens. So Texas Instrument runs through this. I was doing Texas Instrument, and I believe it's the same plug. But I could be wrong. There is a TV monitor. Also, there is a RF out already on this. So let's just see what happens this way. I've got a little RF TV thingy. I'll bring it out in a minute. We'll check it on that. Find it. So that goes on. It says top. Right under there. Oh, I got the cassettes in. They came in yesterday. I'm waiting for one more. But if nothing works, then that kind of is a bummer. But we'll figure it out. So that powers into there like that. Computer on. And nothing. Bummer. I wonder what I'm missing. So both of them, we're not seeing anything. Do not store data back in the TV. Alright, so 2 things. So we'll have to try a different way to do this. And make sure it's plugged in. Let me just try it one more time. That should run through that cable. Printer doesn't sound the best either. Don't see any lights or anything. Is there a boot screen for this? Hold on a second. Let me ask my buddy Zippy. Oh, I just call him ChatGPT now. Once all turned on, does it show a logo screen? Trying to find out if I turn this on, I should see something here. No fancy later models, not on a working clear. After power, you should normally see these. No cartridge inserted. It should boot to Smart Writer. So smart. I should see Smart Writer. So I would see Smart Writer screen, which I'm not. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, or what's not going on, I should say, right now. Yes, no cartridge, no tape. If you see nothing, check the TV output. Check RF. We'll try RF. Try a Coleco cartridge, which I have. I found my Coleco cartridges. Alright, so let's go back to off. I found Coleco cartridges, so let's give that a whirl. And I got all these in yesterday too. So right now it had nothing going on, so we'll talk about the cartridges. These came in yesterday. Dragon's Lair came with a game. These are 2 games. 2 separate orders. Or purchases, I should say. I bought that there. And then I got all these came into a second. These are blank tape. Of course, if you can get one of these things, you want to get stuff with it, right? No fun with all the stuff. And of course, this stuff always just easily resells. So this came one big variety pack, which was pretty awesome. All silly stuff, but that's blank. Wait, there's more. So all of these came Smart Basic. I got Smart Basic twice, so I can sell one of those. Actually, most of these I'll probably resell, but sometime, at some point. But I had to be stocked up with all things Atom, right? Before we figure out that nothing works, pretty much. But we'll go through it. Never had an Atom, so I can I pretty much had one gaming system from around the world. We've talked about that many times. At least one. Pretty much just about every one. Computer systems, all the original old ones. I didn't have an Atom. I never had an Atom until now. So I can check that off my list. So let's just see what. Oh, these are not Coleco. These are Ataris. I had these marked as Coleco. Huh. Well, that didn't work out too good. Unexpected. I thought these were Colecos. They're not, though. Oh, I just changed it. Oh. These are Atari Colecos. That's what these are. Oh, I was all excited too. I had all these too. But they're not Coleco. These are ColecoVision. See the angle right there? That's ColecoVision. This one is. These are all Atari Coleco. They're all square. See them? Only those two. I just need one, so it don't really matter. So I'm gonna resell these as Atari Coleco. I wasn't paying attention to that. I had a bunch of them too. So I'm gonna really install these because they're Atari. That's it right there. You can use with Atari. Good, at least I have one game, but I don't know if the game works. Right? So I get some printer action and nothing over here at all. But I don't know if the video I have is working or not. So let's go to plan B here. That was plan A. Struck out on that deal. Let's see what else we got. We're at audio video on the TV. That's not going to get me what I want, so we're going to try a different approach here. Got a little monitor thing. So I'm going to put right here. Let's move these keyboards though. Again, my whole issue always is space. I don't have a lot of it. We'll make do. Oh, you know what? I forgot to connect the keyboard. Could make a difference, could it? Not sure. Let's find out. I forgot to put the keyboard on there. Does that make a difference? That'd be awesome if that was the problem. Forgot this. Forgot the keyboard. That would have been too easy. Oh, but I do see power here though. So I got some power. Oop, so this is communicating with that printer. Hear it? That's communicating with the printer. So that gave me some good hope. So let's say that RF cable doesn't work on this. Let's hope that's the problem, but we'll find out. So we shut it off from the printer. So keyboard. Of course, I don't need two keyboards, so I'll sell one. Probably keep the crappier looking one. I think it was this one, and sell the cleaner one. Okay, so alright, so I got one positive sign out of that, which is the keyboard showed me power and it's communicating with that printer. So that's a good sign. So now we've got to go to a different approach here. So I'm going to turn this way. I'm not really doing anything with it. Leave that like that for now. I'm going to say we're going to get out of this. Make sure it's connected right. It was connected right. The next thing I have is an RF box. It's the same plug, but we're going to try the RF out of this. That's what we're going to do. But I got to get to it. You'll see it's a little mini TV that I have. It's either I have a cool little RF TV, but it's bigger. This one's a lot smaller. This is color too. Getting there. All right, so we can use this as a little RF TV. This. And I could use that too. This is a little TV here. It's pretty awesome. But you know what it is? It's for these. Takes the 8mm because I'm into the old vintage cameras too, and you can play these on this. But I never tested the actual. But the TV itself works. I know that. And it's color. So let's see what happens. So we're not doing that right now. We're doing the TV itself. I need a plug. I need an RF plug now. Gotta find an RF plug now. I just had one. Like an Atari plug from end to end. Oh, I just had one too. Shoot. Hold your horses. So this says to TV. One says to monitor, one says to TV. So I'm going to go from there to here. I think this might have one of those two little wire things back here. No, this doesn't. To there. And then this power's on here. I think it's set for channel 3, but we're not positive. So that we're in business. I see something. We weren't seeing it before, but now we see it channel 3. Just had it. It's coming up crappy. Smart Rider. So it's good news. I'll turn this down. There's volume on this damn thing. Alright. So good news, bad news. No, actually good news so far. Except for coming. But the Coleco didn't show. Didn't default to that Coleco. It defaulted to Smart Rider. Let's go to the first one for a second. Now that I get an idea what's going on here. Let's go back to this one for a minute. This one. So we'll do the same thing with the other keyboard in a minute. I'm just trying to understand what I have and what condition it is. I don't know why there's an output for a monitor and a TV, and they're both the same RF. Haven't quite figured that out yet. Alright, so we're going to switch this one out. Give me that keyboard. Again, I don't know anything about these things. Most stuff I do is as a novice. I would have no idea about it until I'm actually getting in the middle of it like now. Alright, so let's plug this in. It's actually a lot funner to be a novice. Alright, so that one's in. So now we're going to see if we get any action here. We're over here. Using that little TV. Because it defaulted to Smart Rider, so that means that printer works to some degree. Now let's see what happens. And then this one, I do not. Something about this thing is it doesn't stay on the right channel. That's one thing about this TV. I can't get it to stay where it's supposed to. It moved on me. I haven't quite figured out why. I added to. It's not finding the channel. So as of right now, let's try with this one. Let's try that one. These channels are. I got a cool little RF TV, but I'm not seeing it coming in. I am seeing power here, though. Dumb thing. Something about that. Yeah, I see power here. And let's see. No, there's no communication between this and the... Because remember when I was hitting that button for the bottom one, it was communicating to the printer. Unless this one doesn't work. Hold on. Keyboard, that is, I mean. Let's try one of this thing here. The printer's in question. Let's go back to this printer. Over the first keyboard I had. This thing's still trying to find channels. With this, see, it's not communicating with the. It's not communicating from here to there. The other one does, though. If I get one to work, it's pretty cool. So, nothing there. I'll get my other RF TV later. Usually it stays on the channel. I went and hit it. Channel 4 looks like it's doing something, but I can't get it to stay. There's a way to program it, but it doesn't. That's input selection. That's what I wanted to say. 3. So we want to say as of right now, this is just parts, as I expected. Okay, so power off that. Alright, so let's go back a step here. That plug's weird. This one's getting torn apart either way, anyway. So, we don't know where the problem is on this one. We're going to go back here. Let's do this. Let's make it look a little bit cooler. This fits nice in there. The other one didn't fit too well. To figure out what that is. Alright. Got it, we must well see it, right? It's over there. Just too many wires. Now we're back to somewhere. Let's get this wire out of there. If there's a wire that can get in my way, it will. Okay, well, everything's running through that printer right now. So... makes a lot of noise. That's annoying. We'll figure all that out. That's just through the RF. As long as I can see some video, I know I got something going on. Alright, so again, we have to keep turning it on and off by the printer, which is kind of a real pain. I don't like that idea. So let me go back to this. No, still seeing the smart writer. Computer cartridge. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I just moved something. Changed it. Oh, it works. So, pretty cool. So it's a... Well, it works, but so I had to move that little knob right there. Player 1. Oh, I didn't plug the keyboard in. Hold on. Off by the printer. What a pain. I forgot to plug this in again. Alright, so I think overall we're pretty good to just work. Just so I have some video. The other one not so much. Click that over there. I push that down and the cartridge comes on. At least it did anyway. I'm trying to understand this button right there. ColecoVision. So I have this game. I had one other game. I don't know if it works or not. Donkey Kong 1. Skill player 1. Select. Oh, the gamepad. I need the gamepad. I don't have the gamepad. That's right. Oh, it's over there. I see it. Alright, so let's shut all this off again. That's gotta go way over there. That's what we need. There's another piece to this. I forgot all about it. These are always hard to put in. Alright, let's try that. Now I got some gamepad action. Cool. Something goes here and that. There it goes. Something with this button makes it change. So according to this, we need to hit... It's just a cable that's making this crappy. See how it went from clear to not clear? Player 1. This is actually a pretty cool game. But I don't know how to shoot. Oh, it's on the side? Oh, there it is. This button's there. I think go shoot. So... I think I want to say that this is alright. Sweet. We need to work on the video out problem. Because right now you can't really hear it. Oh, I want to try something else. It said TV monitor. So let's plug it into the monitor. It's basically the same thing, right? What's the difference between a TV and a monitor? Is there a difference? There is. So that's no good. But we need to get that other RF out. So let's try one more thing in a second. I lost my channel 3 again. God darn it all. This dumb thing won't just stay still. I get it there and then it moves on me. Stay there. There should be a way to lock it in, but I put select. Nope. I think I locked it that time. Alright, so we have another option. Which is... So if I hit this button, hear the printer? So this communicates with the printer. which it's supposed to do, right? The other one, not so much. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna... And somehow you have to hit this reset to get it to switch between the computer. So I don't know how it recognizes the tape itself. I was always told you turn it on first, then put the tape in. So let's check that out now. So you don't turn it on with the tape in it. My AI guy said that like 15 times. Do not turn it on with the tape on. So if I turn this on, see the tape doesn't have any sort of, so now we're working on this thing here. There's no fast forward, rewind, there's nothing. So what happens now, if I put this in, this way or that way? First I can figure out how the thing goes in. Computer. So how do you get it to do the tape? Right, there's no, it's gotta be keyboard driven. Let's figure that out in a second. So that's that. This part works. That part works. Now I need to, because that sound is driving me crazy. Turn that down. So let me, oh, don't turn it off. See, I almost turned it off because I have a tape in there. Let me ask what I'm missing here. This has a way to, so it defaults to Smart Writer unless the tape is cartridges in there, which we don't have, or tape. But how does it know the tape? Okay, so all is turned on. I put a tape in. Now what? I gotta do something here. Since you're already powered it on, do not shut it off the tape inside. See, it already tells me. Since it is already turned on, pull or press the reset button right here. There it goes. Data should stop moving, whirling. It may take a while to find the program. Yeah, because this has no buttons. Like forward, etc. So it's auto finding basic. The Adam tape should load. So now I'm at basic. So that means that this works. Okay, can I? Okay. So now, basic loaded. So can I do this now? I can't turn it off while the tape's in there. Just say print hello. Yeah, I understand that. Just print hello. All right, so now, can I? Can I just take out, can I just take out the tape, basic tape, and put in a game? So I want to know if I can just, how do I swap? Can't turn it off. Still power on basic screen. I would test Buck Rogers first. Buck Rogers. What did I do with you? Where'd you go, my little friend? Buck Rogers. So overall, this is a really cool system. Well ahead of its time back then. So eject is that way. The spring, I think, there's a spring on this one. This one has a little spring. See the little spring there? This one's missing the spring. The good thing is I got an extra cassette. I don't know if this one works yet. We'll find that out. So Buck Rogers goes in this way. Then you hold this to reset it. This is key. These are key. This is between the switch and between. And then default is Smart Reader. See, I would have never known anything about any of this unless I got one. It's pretty awesome. I just need to get better video out. So it's searching for the tape. Because usually with an old computer, ColecoVision presents Buck Rogers. Is Buck Rogers. There's controller or keyboard. Controller or keyboard. Controller, not the keyboard game. Of course, it takes forever to load, but. So I assume that problems with this Atom are probably cassette related. What I'm going to do though, I thought this would load, but at least I get the concept now. Now I understand what's going on. I'd love to get rid of that printer. Just get a bypass. So something happened. We were doing good there. I lost it now. Doesn't necessarily mean the game works either. I don't know. But we're kind of there. If I am stuck on tape searching. I'm stuck on the tape searching, which is stuck. What do I do? I guess the first thing he's going to say is do not turn it off. Watch. Yep, told you. I told you. Do not turn it off yet. Press the eject. So we're stuck in some sort of weird loop. Now we're back to Smart Reader. Okay, so I think the tape Something happened. So we'll say that kind of works and maybe needs something. There's a tape cleaner thing. I think I have one somewhere. But we'll skip that for now. Let's go on to the next phase here. Alright, so we're going to say that I think I'm pretty cool. I'm going to shut this off. This just was a test so that I can see that at least I got video, so that's cool. I got video. Need to work on it, see if I get some better video. Keyboard. So now we're going to power that off. This off. A lot of things going on here. I'm going to switch this now to the other side. These are always hard to get on and off. All the Coleco they're always really hard, and they bend the pins too. That's the problem because it's so hard to get it on and off. Alright, so now we're going to switch sides here. And of course the cables are going to get in my way. I'm going to work on this now. Get this out of my way. I don't know if that works either. So let me unplug it now. Completely unplug it. Turn off power. So. Yeah, if I brought up my little RF TV, it would take up half the space, but it would probably come in a lot better. Later on, I'll get that at some point. We're just gonna play around with this. So this is what we're going to do. I was hoping I would have some fun stuff in there. We'll find them. Down the road, I'll find them. So we're going to do this. It's made to have dual deck. And I marked it so I wouldn't mess up. This is going to go over here, and then I'm going to put this one as the main one. Because my assumption is, A, it has a little spring on it, so the tape will pop out. And seeing that that other whole system never worked, this may be in better shape, not used as much, or it may just not work. So let's find out. First we gotta get this off. This comes off. And we'll sell this. Keep it as a dual deck. Even if it doesn't work, I'd still keep it as a dual deck. Need to take this off too. So what I need to do for this one is switch it now. This goes to the second option. So B now goes to B, because I'm moving this over to here, right? So that means B1's got to go to B2. Because it's going to be the add-on. B1 goes to B2. I sunk your battleship. Because if I don't do it now, I'm going to confuse wires. I marked those so I didn't make a mistake on those. B1 to B2. Check. A1 to A2. Doing it over here because I can't see it over there. A2. Okay. So we moved them. 2 from here over to there, because this is going over here. Pretty simple stuff. The fact that you can do it is pretty awesome. The fact that I found one is even better. So. So the good thing about all these old stuff is just whatever's out there, you can find it, and then you can modernize it when possible. I gotta take this ground off. Although the games are really silly, it's still fun to play around with them. Alright, so let's just do that. We're gonna take you from your little spot. Oh, this has a locking thing. There's a locking clip there. We're just gonna move you over to there. Just like that. Pretty. So locked in that clippy thing. Yeah. And the ground goes there. I switched it because I want to see if this obviously works and to see if it's any better or worse. One of the two. Make sure it's locked in there. Hold on. There's a lock clip underneath. Looks like it's in. Yeah, it's in. Okay. Let's get you up on there. Try to keep you guys in focus here. It's not easy. Alright, so let's see if I can get to the ground, which is, can't see it. Okay. And then we put the screws back on this one. This is B now. BG, and I'm not sure why. They should be interchangeable, I would think. I'll have to ask that. Yeah, one goes here. That goes. There. Alright, so now I got these marked so I don't mess up here. It's going to be a lot more fun with a dual deck. Yeah. Alright, so I marked these as A2, B2. So A is for A, actually I put 2, but it's actually A1. Now I can't see it again. I gotta put these, A1's gotta go in A1 spot. Because now I'm picking this one as the default. This one as the, I think you can only use it just to, I gotta see it over here, so I can't see it. Need that screw too. Let's see if we can get in here. I gotta see, I gotta get much closer to see what the heck's going on. So we're at A. I marked it as A. And I pulled it off the other one so I don't mess up. Alright. And then this is B. There's a lot of wires going on here now. It's hard to see it. I think we're all in there. Sweet. So we're in. We're dual dock now. Gotta work on this. So now I'm back All my screwdrivers are dying on me. So it's a little bit off there. So it's all one module, and it self-reads the game. So that's pretty high tech for back in 1983. It's like a Texas Instrument or TRS-80. You have to fast forward, rewind, do all that stuff. Have it at a certain volume for it to find it. This not so much. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I like that better. This one doesn't seem like it's sitting right though. Not sure why. See, it's missing the spring. There was a spring on that one. I wouldn't even try this one to see if it would come out. Oh, it's still not sitting in there right. Oh, I got overexcited for a minute. I didn't even try to open it. Something's not seated right. I'm gonna have to go back to square one. See, it's not seated right. Not seated. Seated. That's what it's supposed to do. Let's see if I can screw some screws here, moving around a little bit. No, the way it's sitting. This has got to open. It may not open. That's my. Oh, there it goes. It's got to sit further away from the other one. It's gonna have a gap there. It's gonna have that gap right there, I think. Because if not, it was hitting the other one. See how that worked. Not really though. Just sitting weird. It's in the groove too. Hey, now this won't come off. Let's try the opposite way then. I can't get that in any further. I wonder why. So the second one that got shipped on me, the broken one, was a crappy job packing it, and this got broken. Yeah, a piece of it got broken. All right, so let's go back to this one then. These little two little pawn pieces here, we're gonna move them around so they can sit with it. It's this screw that's what makes it move. Trying to move it as far over to this way as I can. Did that help it at all or not? Yeah, I think it did. Still off a little bit, but it's a little bit better. So when I put this screw back on. This is the one. So yeah, I told you. So we're gonna have to leave it a little bit off. What's the flip? wonder why it's like that. It's definitely in the groove. There's a groove underneath it. There's two grooves, but they're both in. Shoot, once I did that. For now, I'll just leave it a little bit tight. Good enough for now. Not like it's going to fall out or anything. It's just something's not seated right. To go back to the drawing board, you see there's two notches, but each notch is in. See it? Notch, notch, locked in, locked in. Where this is supposed to be. It's not like it's unnotched. It's just that just makes it. See it? This deck you really won't use because it's really just to tape from one to the other and to be cool. That's about the only reason, right? So let's go back to this last thing here then. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to get a better RF TV. So we got this much done. And then we'll check this tape later on. Next time I play around with this, I'll get a better better output. But for now, we'll just put this back on. That should be all set. It's going to probably not sit right. See, it's just a little bit off. We'll retest this. So now it's upgraded to a dual tape deck.